The Hybrid Soul with Kelly Kinkaid is your destination for music and culture discovery. And my guest today is the reason why we do this show. We love to discover talented, beautiful voices that has given us this R&B soul music. Welcome to the show, Abrina. How are you today?
Hi, I'm good. Thank you so much for having me.
We've been rocking with you. We play Good Love, and so we're so
Ooh.
excited to have you on the show today. Your journey in music. Let's start from the beginning. When did you find the love for music and said, I want to sing?
I think I've always had the love for music. I was the little girl. My grandfather used to sing in a band, and so he'd always make me get up and sing. So that started at family parties when I was really young.
Right.
But I think the defining moment was I was a teenager and I entered into this contest that took place at the City Walk up here in like by Universal Studios. And I won the contest. I must have been like 16, 17. It was like a little singing contest. And I won it. So it was like the first time where I had like managers calling me and producers calling me. People wanted to work. And I was like, what? This is crazy. Like maybe I should think about this. Like maybe I should try this out. So that was the first time I really was like, no, I really want to do this. So back in my teens.
Who are some of your musical influences?
So I um I definitely was a R&B girly. Like the first CD I ever bought was like Destiny's Child, and I love TLC, Aaliyah, of course, Selena. So definitely I'm so glad I was born in the 90s because I
Yeah.
feel like I got to grow up with like the golden era of R&B for me. But also my parents kind of put me on to like really dope artists like, Stevie Wonder, and like my mom's favorite artist is Smokey Robinson. And then my dad's is like Carlos Santana. So I feel like I have a really good like just whole aura of like different music.
I hear that in your music because I'm like, you have that 90s, 2000 vibe. I mean, which is such a great time. I mean, people can talk about the different eras, the Motowns and Philly soul and stuff, but the 90s, 2000 R&B, like, wow. And I
Mhm.
love that you are one of those artists that are creating and keeping R&B alive, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. You talk about winning contests. I must just jump to the contest that you won with Title and did the
Ah.
collaboration, the Title collab, and you worked with Jermaine Dupri. First of all, how did you find out about that? And just let's talk about that experience first with him and then with Reggie Becton.
Yeah, it was crazy. I just kind of came across the contest in my email. So I've never really gotten a lot of emails from Tidal. So I just looked at it and I didn't pay it much mind. And then I was on Instagram and somebody sent me the contest because I guess Jermaine, like just Instagrammed it and everything. So I was like, oh, okay. So two people actually sent it to me. So then I was like, all right, maybe this is a sign. Maybe I need to just like, sign up for it. So I sent in everything and didn't think anything of it. And then it must have been 3 months had passed. Like I wasn't even thinking about it at all. And they were like, hey, you're a finalist. And I was like, what? This is crazy. That's insane. And then I got like an invite to jump on a title call, and they're like, "Oh, we'll talk about the contest." They didn't tell me anything, and they're just like, "But we might record it, so make sure you look cute." And I was like, "Okay, well, good thing I have my makeup and everything done." So in the call, Jermaine hopped on the call and was like, "Yo, Abrina, Reggie, um, you guys stood out to me. I really am feeling what you guys have been doing. Like, I want y'all to come work with me in Atlanta." I told Title, like, I don't want to work with anybody else. I want to work with them. And me and Reggie, we never, like, me and Reggie didn't know anything. And we were just looked at each other like, oh, crazy. This is insane. So,
So that was
yeah,
real. The you guys when he told like in the doc, you guys when you all received the news, that's like real time.
That was real time. The first time we didn't even know we were going to talk to Jermaine, JD.
Yeah.
So it was, yeah, it was real.
Wow. What has been some of the fun experiences in your journey? I mean, adding the title collab, but what's been some fun collabs, fun times so far to date?
Well, definitely that was one of the craziest being at the studio with Jermaine Dupri. It was like in the actual So Def studios where he had all the plaques, the Mariah plaques, just every hit song you could think of. And it was like, dang, this is insane. So that was definitely a huge moment. I think for me, like my favorite moments are when I'm performing, especially like when I did like a month tour in Europe,
Nice.
and that was probably one of the best times I've ever had in my life, to be quite honest, because it was amazing that my music like brought me somewhere so beautiful that I could just perform and get paid, which was crazy. I think that
What were some of the
yeah, I
cities
think
that you went to in Europe when you were out there?
it was mainly Spain and Italy.
Mm.
So gorgeous cities. I mean, I was soaking it all up.
Yeah, yeah.
And they have like big clubs out there. Like one club I was in, it was in Spain in Valencia.
Mhm.
And they had like this huge club. It had like fire coming out on top, and it was like just another world. But yeah, they don't care if you're not the biggest artist or have millions of followers. They just want to hear good music.
Good.
So I love that about, going like overseas. It's like people really just care about like the art.
Yeah.
Seems like a little bit more than here sometimes.
I know. I understand that. I love your story that's continuing to build. In addition to working with Jermaine Dupri and Reggie Becton, your EP, you worked with Eric Bellinger. And Reggie Becton is a friend of the show. So is Eric Bellinger. Speak on that relationship, working with him.
I mean, well, I'll talk about Reggie first. Reggie
Yes.
is so talented.
Yeah.
This guy can write like crazy. He's a really, really good writer. I mean, people probably don't know, but he wrote on a lot of Kehlani's new album, that Crash album.
Mhm.
He wrote a lot of like the song that me and him put out, the nostalgia song. Super talented, and his vocals, go crazy. So like I'm so glad that I entered him into the contest because it
Yeah.
was us two that really like made it happen. But Eric Bellinger, that man is
Man.
just crazy. I think he's in Europe touring right now. Hopefully me and him will work more in the future. Fingers crossed. Cause me and him work with a lot of the same producers. But yeah, he's just another like extremely talented person. I got to open up for him for his Puffing Season tour back in, oh my gosh,
Oh, you've
it's
been
been a while.
working. You've
I've
been
been
working.
working.
You've been working through the years. You have a lot of music. Like I even saw you have a bachata. How do you say it? Bachata song.
Oh, it was a
Bachata.
remix that this
Yeah.
DJ did, and I was like, "Oh, this is fire! I'm just gonna put it out."
And I
But
love, but you
yeah,
come back to the R&B. Like w- growing up with your parents giving you all this R&B and soul, like being a Mexican American, you could have gone anyway, but you can't. You stuck with your R&B. So what is that like connection for you and why?
R&B is just at my core, my soul, and it did. So when the first label that I was signed to, it was on their Latino side, so it
Uh-huh.
was their like Latino branch. And I, throughout my whole career, people kept pushing me to do more Latin music because, Latin was so big, like, with Bad Bunny and everything that was coming out. So a part of me like I wanted to be more of like a Latin artist, but it just wasn't me in the end. So I just kept pulling myself back into like what my true artistry is at my core, and it's R&B. There's just
And
no way around it. Like
the beauty about just being an artist in music that you can circle back to it. You know what I mean? Like that's how deep your career
Mhm.
is because you are a singer. So like you could sing whatever you wanted. We might see, look, Abrina singing gospel. Who knows? You never know, right?
My my mom would love that.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's talk about
Yeah.
Sunset Cliffs. Loving this. I'm so glad I got a chance to preview it. Loving this project. It's I love it. Just period. And I want to talk about and I had to go look at when I heard the voice. I was like, I know that voice. Rini. He is a friend of the show as well. How did you guys
Hmm.
connect for the song Pleasure?
So I knew that I had a special song, and I'm really picky with like who I work with
Mhm.
because there's so many artists out there, but I just wanted someone with that special tone that I knew would like give whatever the song really needed. So we kept going back and forth for like a whole year. And then finally I was like, you know what I really want? I want Rini. And then nobody that I knew him. So I just hopped in his DMs and I just was like, look, I'm
Yeah.
a fan. You're dope. I got this song. Like, let me send it to you. Like, let me send it to your team. Like, just listen to it. So he finally hit me back
Yeah.
and I sent it to his team and we kind of just like kept going back and forth. But yeah, he came to the studio. It was cool because I was there with him to record it
So
and it came out fire. So
really,
yeah,
it
shout
really
out to Rini. And then good thing is that we stayed friends. So I'm actually going to do a couple dates on his tour that's coming up.
Oh, please tell him I said good day. Good day. How
Yeah,
they
no,
say
for sure.
hello in Australia. How fun was this putting Sunset Cliff together?
It was, you know what? It's fun because I feel like I could see so much growth in myself and in my artistry. So I just felt like a lot of hard work has been paying off, which is great. But it's taken me a long time, like to when from the release of Pleasure, I knew I always wanted to have a project. And it took a few years to really finally just like hone in. Okay, like the project is done. Because I keep creating, keep releasing and that so it took some time to just really kind of stick everything together and be like, no, this is it, and like decide and just all right, this is coming out.
Yeah.
So
How did
yeah,
how did you feel when what was the last song you did for the project?
the last song was New Thrill.
Okay.
So it's the very last song on the project, and that song I actually wrote by myself
Yes.
completely.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's like my baby because I've been blessed to work with so many amazing songwriters. And like
Yeah.
nowadays, it's like when you work on music, there's always multiple people in the room. Like it's hardly ever a song where it's just one writer on the song. So that one, it really was like just me. So I feel like it's like my little from my heart for real,
Let's
for
talk
real.
about this song that you wrote, New Thrill. What was your inspiration for putting that song together?
I started working on the song like a year ago when I got that guitar loop from the producer. And I just remember being like fed up with love. I just was like, I want something real. Like, I want something different. And, these LA men out here, ugh, they're they're not that great. So,
Right.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, just when you've been in and out of relationships and it's just kind of like you're just frustrated and just over it. So I kind of was just feeling that. And then I just wanted to like my next person that I give my time to be really, really worth it. So it just was like that whole feeling.
Yeah, I played that a couple of times. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I get it. When you talk about you've worked with some really great people, Tone Stith. Man, oh man, another friend of the show. Like You look, we were just waiting for you to come to the show. All these people that you work with have been already friends of the show, so friends of the show. So welcome. So glad I had to
Yay.
check you off. Check you off like I got her now. Working with Tone
Yay.
Stith, you all did the song, and he was a co-writer on Passion. How did you guys
Yes.
meet up?
We met a few years back. I actually went to one of his release parties. So I remember meeting him there. And then, but how that song came about was the producer, his name's KP. He has worked with Tone a lot. And so he basically, executive produced most of the project. And he kind of just brought it up to Tone, and Tone was like, yeah, no, Brina's hella cool. So me and Tone got in the studio, and yeah, I didn't know he was gonna go in on the song like he did,
Right.
but he really did. Like he gave me his vocals. I didn't want to push him to do more than he wanted to, but he was just down, and I was like, because he was already just humming stuff, and I was like, ooh, what do you think about you doing that instead of me? And he was like, I got you. I was like, oh, thank you. Thank
Wow.
you, Jesus. So yeah, helped make the song what it was.
I love that. What do you like more right now, being in the studio or being on stage?
I think I'm always gonna love being on stage more. Yeah. In the studio, I love it. I love creating, but I'm like one of those artists where I don't like being in the studio for like 8 to 12 hours. It's too much. Like I fall asleep.
Right, right.
Like I like to do like my 4 6 hour sessions, then like I gotta go get some sunlight, so I do love some moments in the studio, especially when you're working like with your friends and stuff. But yeah, no, performing will always be top tier for me.
I love that. What are you looking forward to when people hear Sunset Cliffs from Abrina?
I I'm looking forward to people just knowing more about me, more of me, and like I really tried to be more vulnerable with people with this project. I have a lot of songs that are fun and good times and like sexy songs. And I feel like I've never really given people like more, just like my anger and my frustrations and my love problems. Like I feel like I haven't given enough of that. So that's why I really wanted to try to do more of with this project, is just be more open and vulnerable.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Love it. And what are you looking forward to on stage performing these songs to with your fans?
Oh man, I'm looking forward to a lot. Just seeing them, like, just knowing that I've had these ideas for so long and then finally like get to perform them and like connect with people, on stage, I think is going to be like the cherry on top of everything. It's been a lot of, I mean, it's been a lot of work. It's been a lot to get to this point. I think like the whole story behind the project is like I like a lot of times I didn't want to continue. Like I was done. I was like, how much more of an artist can I be? So it's 12 years now of my journey, which is a long time.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, yeah, there was a lot of moments where I was just over it. I even took 2 years off. So I think like the fact that I never gave up and I kept pushing and like didn't take no for an answer. And like it's just that story of like resilience. And like Sunset Cliff is my favorite place in San Diego, but it's like a mindset, like, sitting on the edge, like watching the ocean, feeling refreshed, resetting everything, and then knowing that like I can overcome anything. So it's like that mindset too. So I
I
think
was gonna say, what's been your motivation? Like, is there a poem, a song? What's kept you going and motivated you?
um, I think it's just the music, the art.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's not just one thing. It's
Mhm.
more than one thing. It's just when I tried stepping away for the 2 years that I was like I'm tired. I've had it.
Mm.
um, it's just like my like you start to feel a void missing, and you're just like, oh man, I need to go to the studio. Like, oh, I want to write. I got to start singing. It's like the art just kind of keeps pulling you back in, and then I just feel like part of the thing that motivates me is that there's just so much more creativity that I want to like add that I still haven't done. Like things that I know that like stories I want to tell and things that I want to get out. So
Yeah,
it's a bunch of different things.
I love
Yeah.
that. What would you tell your younger self who started out with My Playground? What would you tell her now?
Oh man, I tell her I would tell her stop partying and stay your ass in the studio. No. I would tell her to man find your team, people that really truly have your back and find them quicker. I would tell her to just really do what's in your heart to do, like listen to yourself, your own intuition, and stop trying to listen to everybody else pulling you in different directions.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
That was the thing, when you start so young, I was a teenager and you're trying to navigate a whole industry. I didn't have like a big label or a crazy big team. So it was a lot of just me figuring stuff out. But clearly everything that I went through and dealt with made me who I am today. So I'm, grateful for it. But yeah, I just think that you just gotta like find your true artistry from the beginning.
yeah, we appreciate you. We're loving the music. Congratulations on Sunset Cliffs. I know there's so much more to come from you, and we look forward to you coming back and telling us all the world that you've explored through your music.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And when you mentioned my playground, I was like, oh, she definitely is. She knows about everything then.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much. My guest today is Abrina. Please support Sunset Cliffs and go back and check out all her music and what's to come.